A little bit of both.
Yeah. We've got your mother here on the
Oh,
line.
how do you
ready
like
to talk
that?
to your mom?
Absolutely.
Karen, welcome to House Calls.
Hi, thanks. Hi,
Well,
Eric.
hello. Fancy meeting you here.
Exactly. It's great to get to speak to you. And first of all, I have to let you know that all your friends and family at home are so proud of you and so proud of how you have handled yourself in this extremely difficult situation.
Well, thank you.
And along those lines, I have a question, and we want to know what your proudest moment was in the Big Brother house.
Believe it or not, my proudest moment was Jessica winning HOH for the first time. It was the chain of events that I came off the block. I had great relationships and great friends that kept me in the game. And there I was 10 minutes later with my closest ally winning HOH. I know you might not perceive that as a personal moment for me, but we were a team through and through. And for her to come through like that for me when I needed her the most was the single proudest moment that I had, even if it's as it relates to her, just, coming off the block and then going into the position of power. Couldn't have asked for anything better.
You know, Eric, that came across, and I think when you get to see the tapes, you will see how genuinely happy you looked and how absolutely excited you were.
Oh, yeah.
And how relieved we all were at home. I just want to tell you, we all love you. We can't wait to see you soon, and have a great time tonight.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
Hi, Eric, Mom. That's nice. Have you talked to any of your friends and family since coming out, or was this the first time speaking to your mom?
I talked to her very briefly, and my brothers are in town for the festivities,
Nice.
and they are enormous fans of the show. I'm sure they are watching and joining us right now. It's been great having them. They've given a lot of insight and a lot of great support.
Cool. Karen in Atlanta, you're on House Calls with Eric. Hey, Karen.
Hey.
Hey there.
Hi. My question is, when Amber was going off on you that night in the living room, and she was so angry that you said all these things that she said that she told you in confidence, why didn't you remind her that you were on national TV at the time and it wasn't exactly in confidence?
Honestly, my thoughts that week were that I needed to stay quiet. And that was a conscious approach. I didn't go to bat with any of them. People were saying a lot of inaccurate things, a lot of personal attacks that were simply untrue. And the way that it was
Here we go.
Yeah.
That's the moment.
Was
it hard for you to just sit there and be quiet?
It was next to impossible. But my thought on the matter was, I am going to shut my mouth and I'm going to let other people sink themselves and do the work for me. It was a very honestly conscious choice to be as quiet as humanly possible that week. I thought if I got defensive, it was going to only make me look more suspicious.
Yeah.
I shut my mouth and let people do the work for me.
All right. You know what? Before you went into the house, just like we saw with Zach's earlier, you recorded a message to yourself from the past and the future. So
Can only imagine.
Let's go back into our time capsule and take a look at Eric's message.
Can't wait.
Hey, Eric. Fancy meeting you here, buddy. Congratulations on a great show. As anticipated, you are now the best player in Big Brother history. I look forward to helping you spend your $500,000. And, maybe we'll take everyone out for a drink or two just to celebrate the fact that they led to our victory.
Very nice, very nice. Including everyone else, though, in your speech.
Oh, most certainly.
Nicely done, Eric. Okay, it's 323-CBS-1000, and I wanted to ask you, could you describe each house guest, as I give you their name, in one word, in terms of your impressions of them in this game?
I will do my best.
Okay. Let's start with Amber.
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing. What about Carol? Way back at the beginning.
Oh, I don't think one word will do it justice. I would just say unequipped to play the game.
Okay. How about Danielle, the runner-up?
Fiercely competitive.
What about Dustin?
Arrogant.
Okay. And now let's go to some of the twists there. What about Evil Dick?
Classic.
Okay. How about Joe, Dustin's foe in the game?
Outrageous.
And how about Mike?
Protein shake.
Okay. What do you think about Nick?
Nick was a huge threat.
Yeah, threat. What about Zach?
The
guy who wants to knee in the bowls.
I would say great strategist.
Nice. Okay. How about Kale?
Oh boy. Kale, just a disaster.
Okay. And how about Jen?
Jen is a breed of her own.
And Jamaica?
Jamaica was hilarious.
Hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then last but not least, of course, your partner, Jessica.
She was the best.
The best. All right. Thank you very much. Cynthia in Florida, you're on House Calls with America's Player, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Hey, Cynthia.
I love you guys. Wish it would have been the Final Four. You, Jessica, the Donatos in the Final Four, but that's not here or there. My question to you is, were you intuitive being an American player as to what America was thinking, who they like, who they didn't like, and did you ever want to go against that?
It took me a while to catch on, to see what the rhythm was. At first, it was Kale, 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 Jen, 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 and that was the dynamic of the whole house. So it was difficult to see where it was headed. But then when it was Dustin, Amber, Jamaica, and I thought back about Kale and Jen, it occurred to me, these are the people that the Donatos are playing against. And I said, America is in Dick and Danielle's corner, and for better or worse, that's why I aligned with them. I changed my strategy wholeheartedly and entirely, and lo and behold, they were there in the end because they were two of the only people America never had me go after.
Did that surprise you, that at any point in the game, America didn't vote to get ED out of there?
No, because the way I see it is they were highly entertaining. They made for great television, and this was the viewers' game. And it was a great twist because the viewers got to carry the people they wanted to see in the game to the end of the game. I was telling Zach earlier that Zach, Dick, and Danielle were the three people that I never went after. It's not a coincidence that they were the final three in the game. America protected them. If I had the chance to put my foot on the throat and put an end to Dick and Danielle, it would have happened much earlier.
So if you were playing for yourself, you would have recognized them as a big threat and tried to get them out of there.
Absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Well, yeah. Well, I hope that we do get to, that there is another All-Stars and that we do get to have you back in the house with your own brain, though. Donna in New York, you're on House Calls with your player, Eric.
Hi, Eric. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. Nice to speak with you.
Good job. I just want to know one question. Will you and Jess continue your relationship?
Well, as everyone knows and as we've discussed many, many times, we have a New York boy and a Kansas girl. But all I can say is that things were amazing in the house. They've been amazing since we left the house. Everything that was shown throughout the entire season was true and genuine, and it was not game-related. And the feelings were there inside of the house, and I don't see any reason why the feelings won't continue outside of the house.
All right. We'll just have to see how life plays out. Tara, you're on House Calls with Eric.
Hi, Gretchen. Hi, Eric.
Hi.
Hey.
I just want to tell you, first of all, Eric, I think you're totally adorable, and I love you, and I've been rooting for you since the beginning.
Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you.
My question is, being such an extreme fan of the show, besides being America's Player, what was the most difficult or surprising thing that you encountered in the house?
Absolutely, it was the personalities, no doubt about it. You can have your game figured out to a T, designed any which way you want it, and it frankly doesn't matter because you're in there with 13 other crazy people, and you could have it lined up however you see fit, and all of a sudden someone blurts something out, flips the script on you. You can never anticipate what other people are going to do. You play it out in your mind over and over and over again. Doesn't matter how fully defined you have it. The fact is you're dealing with a lot of larger-than-life personalities, and they really change the game dramatically.
Diane in Rochester, New York. You're on House Calls.
Hi, Eric. Great job. You were one of my favorite players in the game with the America's Player. Good to see New York represented. My question is, do you have any thing you'd like to apologize for? Any things you said maybe that looking back you might regret?
Honestly, I have no regrets and no apologies as it relates to the game. I know that there was a lot of things said. It was all said in the scope of the game. Any animosity, honestly, stemmed from the game itself. There's no hard feelings. We are forever bonded by this experience. I hope that I have relationships with as many of my fellow house guests as humanly possible outside of here. Things were said. And they were said to me, they were said by me, and honestly, you know, it's the nature of the beast.